There's half a turn. Coming back down and coming through the first gate.
It's okay, no, you can come out now.
There he is. Plenty of speed, 230 miles per hour. Coming through the first gates, gate number 2. Here's the pull. Going up vertically, coming back down with 1.5 roll. And on his way down again, back to gate number 1. There he is, going back up again. That's a half reverse Cuban roll. That's 3.5 rolls, which is absolute madness, of course. Going through the gate. This is the hard turn. Has to be exactly through the middle of the poles. 18 meters up only, so you can almost touch them. The hard turn where they pull the G's. And then going back up, 1.5 vertical roll. That's it. Nice stabilizing the plane again. Nicely controlled. With a bit of flair. And the finish, the time 1:14.67. That means that Frank Versteeg is still in the lead, and this is the freestyle expression. Daring maneuvers. On the screens we have the slow motions any second now, so we can watch the performance of Paul Bonham in the lead. See if he's going to take first place. Peter Bessignier, 109.73. That means he is in second place.
Cried out loud!
Steve Jones still in the lead, your local hero. Going through his mind as he comes straight down to earth, pulling back up, and the clock is going. A lot of speed here for Kirby Chambliss from the US. There is the half Cuban coming back down. And we're going back to gate number 1. There wasn't actually a Cuban, there was a pull. This is a half reverse Cuban. 3.5 rolls. Going straight back down. Back to gate number 1. Let's take a look at the intermediate time. What's it gonna be? That
Christ.
Intermediate time is still going. We didn't catch that. No problem. That's the heavy turn where they pull the G's. They gotta make that turn, otherwise you run straight into the poles. Fortunately, they're blow-up poles, so there won't be any big damage to the plane. And these guys, they know exactly what they're doing. So they fix it. This is the time for, well, we should have the time. We have some problems with the time. No problem. This is the freestyle section for Kirby Chambliss. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hand as he is giving everything he has.
See the anti-missile system strapped on the back, big black box, and there's flares for heat-seeking missiles. Decent armor protection.
Still turn.
Well. It's actually the largest helicopter in the British forces,
Christ.
and not only can it carry either up to 54 troops or 10 tons, one Chinook can actually carry another under slack. Look at this. This is pretty impressive. Sideways, down, and waving. Now that is impressive. An airman waving. That's something I've never seen before, actually.
That's the special non-aerodynamic approach. Or flight past.
Called side slipping.
Why it's so effective in Iraq is because of its ability to carry loads in extreme temperatures. For example, in Afghanistan, an RAF Chinook actually delivered Marines to mountain ridges up to 13,000 feet above sea level.
Crying out loud.
And they can also land on very small areas by just touching down with only the back wheels on sites that either aren't large enough or perhaps aren't flat enough to land, just like it's doing now.
Yeah.
And then the guys can jump out the back.
Wow.
Presumably even a truck can drive out the
Crying
back
out
with
loud.
the ramp open.
Now, funny enough, there is a wheelie school at Kemble where you can learn to do wheelies, and I think this is where he got the idea. Now look at that.
That is what a
Oh,
photo.
wow.
That rotor's just so close to the ground, isn't it? The tail rotor.
That is impressive. And now, he's not happy with that. He's sticking it in reverse. That's amazing. That is fine airmanship. Bloke in the back. Left a bit, back a bit, up
Yes.
a bit, down. Of course, they first came to prominence, I suppose, on our screens.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at that.
My goodness, I've never seen a helicopter do anything like that. So maybe his wheels up, and he's still only about 2 feet above the deck. All the reeve in the Fuga.
Amazing.
Yes, it is. It looks like he's crop spraying at a very low level, doesn't it?
He does that every time and just absolutely nails it. So height equals speed. There you go. Stick the nose down.
Oh my god.
The
Battery
lining
light
up.
flashing.
I don't like the way they line up in the commentary booth. Just to use that as an aiming point. I really don't like that. You see how there's the speed as he's going at the same speed. And speed's washing off as he's going vertical. It's not like that sea vixen we saw earlier.
That was powerful, wasn't it?
So this display all about transition. We won't be getting the big high G manoeuvres we saw in the Red Bull Air race.
That's probably about a nice gentle 3-4G turn. I say gentle, but it's sustained all the way round, so it has a certain level of discomfort. Does he have a G suit in that? Do you know?
I doubt it.
No.
Probably a dinner suit by the relaxed way he's coming around that corner. He's probably drawing down on a fine Cuban as we speak. He better have a harness though, because if he goes inverted and starts pushing out like that, he's soon going to know about it. A bit of a shower coming back in. Now, as long as the cloud base isn't too low, it should not be a problem. There we go, knife edge, inverted, 4.8 roll, there's the third, and back out the other side.
Christ, he does use a lot of rudder, doesn't he?
Aircraft originally designed as a trainer, a jet trainer obviously, and they did try and use it as a light attack aircraft as well, but not with great success, I think.
I think that's probably because every time they push the button on the machine gun, the airplane stopped. But an excellent aerobatic aircraft, and in fact used by the Belgian aerobatic team, the Red Devils. And of course the French team, the Patrie de France, used them as well, didn't they, before re-equipping with Alpha jets.
Spending a lot of time in the UK today, this aircraft now. And it's heading up to that dark, horrible cloud.
The Alpha jet is similar in design to the BAE Systems Hawk. There's a very nice slow roll. And just as the Hawk took over from the NAT, so on the continental European air forces, the Fugas were replaced by the Alpha Jet. And that happened in the Belgian Air Force in 1979. But they keep the Fugas on for staff officers, so that's pilot aircrew who are on a ground tour, to enable them to keep their flying hours current. So this what you would refer to, I think, in the old days as a squadron hack aircraft. Fantastic, having a little jet to do that in. And Belgium is the last NATO nation still flying the Fuga operation. In a dive it can reach 400 knots, that's 0.82 Mach. And it normally cruises at 210 knots. And during a display like this, Paul will be going from speeds of 90 up to 280 knots. There, that's an outside turn, very uncomfortable on the pilot. And it's interesting to have a close look at the Fuga when you see it parked up on the flight line, because it's parked right next to the NAT. So not only are those two aircraft contemporaneous, it does actually show you quite how different the styling of the two aeroplanes is. Both of them smaller than their successors, and as I mentioned earlier,
this is for
one of the few jets you actually step down into almost, because it sits so low on the ground. That manoeuvre Paul calls rototo, a succession of aileron rolls. And after this turn, he'll come by for an inverted pass, so that will be a good photo opportunity. Let's hope he doesn't get too low, else he'll be making two little furrows along the runway with that V-tail of his. Nose up, there we go, and rolling inverted.
Keeps the rain out too.
Now coming in to give us all a wave with his wings. So give him a wave back. Now that's what I call a wing waggle. Experienced pilot. He's flown the Sia Machete SF-260. He trained on the Fuga and the T-33, the T-Bird, getting his pilot wings in 1979. He spent almost 15 years flying the Mirage 5 before moving to the training world on the